PPG on top. You gotta do it too, Nala. My baby. Go ahead. You wanna stay with me? Okay. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Tonibryanne TV, and in today's video, y'all, we have to discuss Love Island and all of their colorism, racism, and toxic beauty standards. This has been a long time coming, and if you guys have been watching me for a little while now, y'all know I have already done a video on reality TV shows, specifically dating reality TV shows, and the racism that comes with that. But we have to talk about America's hottest summer show right now, and that is Love Island USA, and even Love Island UK, though Love Island USA seems to be on top this summer. But before we get into the depths of this video, because we have a lot to discuss, let's first start off with a little bit of positivity, starting off with the quote of the day. Where's my phone? Nina, you have my phone? Oh, here it is. I thought you had my phone, bookies. Today's quote of the day is, I am willing to leave behind any parts of me that aren't supporting my development. Today's verse of the day is John 1, chapter 2, verse 17, and it reads, the world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever. Tonibryanne TV is now officially a podcast, so if you guys want to watch this episode, or should I say listen to this episode while you're driving, cleaning, I don't know, doing the laundry, whichever, wherever, you can watch me on all audio streaming platforms. Also, my podcast, The Decision Podcast, about how one choice can impact your entire life, is back for season 2. By the time you guys watch this, season 2 has just started. You guys have done an amazing job at season 1. We are already at 8,000 subscribers on YouTube, 16,000 followers on TikTok, and thousands of views and listeners across the world. Thank you so much for the endless support on that. I didn't expect it to blow up so quickly, but I'm so excited for season 2 to come out. And of course, if you guys want to be a guest on the podcast, I'll be linking the form down below. Please know you need to be either in the Atlanta area or willing to travel on your own dime. This is a new podcast. We ain't at that level yet, okay? So if you're willing to travel to share your story and to inspire others, go ahead and check out that Google form sheet. Thank you for all of the many people that submitted one. Like, life is amazing, and I just love that y'all love me, and I love y'all back. And now, without further ado, you guys, let's get straight into today's video. Taking you in this moment. Another season and another year of Love Island trying to be diverse, but doing a very bad job at it. Well, at least for the past 2 seasons, Love Island USA has done a better job. But Love Island as a franchise, and their biggest franchise being the UK, and not just the UK, but all of their other franchises outside of the USA, and the USA season has recently gotten more diverse within the last year. But they are continuing to push the same tired narrative when it comes to the beauty standard that men are allegedly seeking to date. And honestly, I'm fed up with it, and I think we really need to talk about it, because even the Love Island USA, there are some things that we see from their fan base that shows those same tired racist, stereotypical, misogynistic, and downright rude comments, edits, and behaviors allowed on Love Island. So from the way Black women primarily are treated, or women of color are treated, depending on the color of their skin, to the very harsh beauty standards that are displayed on the show that a lot of young women are feeling like they're forced to keep up with, which ends up making them look rather old or just super plastic, we have a lot to unpack in today's episode. But before we get into that, I want to thank Honeylove for sponsoring this video. Honeylove has some of the best shapewear in the industry, and I'm literally not lying. I recently wore their shapewear when I was wearing a dress out and about, and when I tell you it snatched me all the way up, it snatched me all the way up. No, I'm not a plus size woman, but we all know as you become a woman, there are little curves and crevices that you don't want to be seen in the clothes that you wear. And Honeylove shapewear literally holds you together nicely, smoothly, without literally squeezing your guts in, so you still look like you. The shapewear doesn't fold down. Once again, it doesn't suffocate me, it doesn't hurt me, and it actually works. So if you have a date, an event, or even just want to look snatched in your favorite jeans, I highly recommend checking out Honeylove. Save 20% off your order at Honeylove by going on honeylove.com/TonyTV. I can't wait to see you guys all looking so gorgeous in your shapewear and undergarments. So if you guys want to know how racist Love Island truly has been and is since the beginning of time, the first ever black female lead on Love Island UK was in 2018. Now, the show first aired in 2005, but it was originally called Celebrity Love Island. However, they shifted the concept in 2015 with having just ordinary people on the show, and that began in 2015. However, it took them 4 seasons with their new concept of just having ordinary people on the show to get their first ever black woman. And that first ever black woman was Samira Mighty. But a lot of people noticed, and even herself, that a lot of the men were not interested in dating black women. And during her season in 2018, let me remind you again, she was the only woman of color in the entire cast, which is appalling. And what disturbs people the most is that for her season in particular, there was over 85,000 applicants, okay? So it's almost unimaginable that she was the only black woman that applied for the show. And let me just fix that, I guess, because I know y'all like to tussle. Not just the only black woman, but the only entertaining black woman out of 85,000 people. But they were able to find a sleuth of white women, racist or not. And given this, a lot of people were heavily critiquing the show and their lack of diversity. And when Samira was asked about this, she said this in quote, "I didn't know that I'd be the only woman of color, but I did have an inkling. You have 4 or 5 girls to start. They're not going to have someone who looks like me at the start. Everyone's going to be different, and we are. I know that I'd probably be the only one, but it didn't bother me. I was like, yeah, come on then, good." Now, it seems that Samira tried to downplay the reality of the situation, and unfortunately, in the UK, racism is running rampant. And maybe not even just racism, I would say mainly colorism, because you do see a lot of the girls that have lighter skin or look more racially ambiguous with the curly hair, looser wave textures, and all these things. They don't really struggle finding a man in the UK. But if you're my color or darker, you probably would have a little bit of a struggle. Or if you had less Eurocentric beauty features. When I went to the UK back in 2022, which was like, what, 4 years after Samira went on the show, when I tell you guys, I did not see one singular black man with a black woman. I was appalled, okay? I'm all for love is love, and oh my God, preference is preference, but it gets to a point, and that point being, you hate yourself. I was shocked. And quite frankly, I try not to like automatically assume when I see a black man with a woman that is not black that he hates himself and hates black women. But black men continue to prove that that is the case in a lot of instances where they speak so downward on black women. And Samira also for weeks didn't have a partner on the show. She would never match with anybody, whereas her castmates were matching with people. I wonder why. I mean, she's not an ugly girl, so what does that lead a lot of people to think? Ding, 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 that's a bell.
Okay, we have got 2 single girls step forward for you, but you can choose any girl you like standing in front of you.
I think Danny's lovely. And couple up with Danny.
Oh, congratulations. Off you go.
And Samira is not the only woman to go through this, okay? There are so many other women that do too that have gone on Love Island UK.
One Day or Anna?
I'm gonna go with Anna.
Amazing. Off you go. As the last single guy, you are coupled up with the last single girl. You One Day. Off you go.
Shanice and Naz, Paige and Ollie, Sophie and Connor, and Shauna and Callum. And one single girl, the gorgeous Leanne.
I mean, the current season right now, I just talked about this in one of my recent videos. You literally hear a white man on the show when he matched with a black woman. Let me also say, one of the most beautiful women in the cast, if not the most beautiful woman on the cast. When she matched with him, he said, oh, all the women are beautiful. Almost as if like, oh, I mean, I guess I can get with her, like, whatever.
Alima has gone for you. How are you feeling about that?
Good. Every girl is beautiful here, so...
Every girl is beautiful, but Alima chose you.
When you walked in and then Maya was like, oh, how are you feeling? She's like, oh, they're all beautiful. And then I'm just like,
I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah,
Obviously,
if
I got a little
coupled
bit
up with a
too...
man, I don't need another woman to tell them that I'm beautiful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, how are you feeling about, like, what you're thinking, what's in your mind?
I'll be honest, on paper, you're not my type.
course.
And that is what the experience of Black women is when they go on shows like this. There's been so many white men, Black men that have said, oh, like, she's not really my type. Then what the hell is your type? And what is their type typically? White, blonde hair, blue-eyed, or spicy Latina, dark hair, tan skin, just everything but Black. And we're gonna get into that a little bit later when we start discussing colorism. But the blatant racism on the show is so freaking evident, but it also does show the reality of what it is like dating in some of these countries or continents even. And since Samira's season, as her being the only Black woman on the show, we have seen that basically on every Love Island UK season. And then Love Island Australia, the cast is just completely white. Love Island South Africa, the cast was basically just white. Or they'll have their one token Black girl, and that one token Black girl never gets attention, never gets love, never gets picked, and it is really hard to watch, especially as a Black woman. And I can only imagine how the woman that is actively in that scenario of not being picked and constantly being overlooked feels.
Zia, for you, obviously you're British, you went on Love Island USA, why didn't you go on Love Island UK?
Yeah, I've said this before. I'm like, I don't have a chance of winning.
Why?
On Love Island UK.
Why don't you
I've
think
not
so?
seen it before.
Seen what before?
I've never seen, specifically as well, a dark-skinned Black woman or couple win the show. Like, honestly, India and Dami, in my opinion, I would have had them win.
Yeah.
But it seems like it weren't even like a possibility. I'm happy they placed third, but like... I would have easily like put them as number one.
So you
and that's
like
no shade to Ekin and Davide. I like them as well.
So what does that say about society in the UK and society in the US? Because when you think about it, it's the public's vote, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not even down to the channels involved or the shows. It's down to the public. So what does that say about the public over here and the public over in the US?
I'm like washing my words, innit?
And when the Black contestant or contestants do find love, they're often edited out, their romantic connection. So for instance, Love Island season 6, we had Serena and Cordell, who were Love Island USA season 6 winners. And a lot of people, including myself, were confused on how they went from seemingly being friends to being romantic lovers and then ended up winning the show. We were confused why Serena had all this passion when Cordell came back from Cause Some More with the girl. They never showed our full connection.
I mean, I've also saw like edits of people saying like, no, like, you know, nobody wanted to talk to me, but maybe they like just didn't see everything. Cause like in Casa, a lot of the boys were trying to get in, you know, like, so I was like, no, people were definitely
even
like,
at the beginning, Miguel was like, I want to talk to every single girl in here and I'm going to sit with Serena and we're going to have this conversation. No one is off the table.
Yeah, so...
Meanwhile, we're seeing Kaylor and Aaron, and we're seeing their tumultuous relationship time and time again. Their relationship is getting showcased. Leah, even though she is considered Middle Eastern, she still is whiter than Serena sure the hell is. She's getting a lot of play. She becomes the fan favorite. She gets all of the followers. She ends up being the people's princess, but Serena was the one that won the show. But when these Black contestants do get their time to shine, it's typically in a negative light, where it seems as if they're problematic, angry, snarky, snappy, basically all of the negative stereotypes that are pointed towards Black women. I mean, when Serena had her crash out with Cordell, because we didn't know the severity of their relationship or how deep they were locked into at that time, everybody was coming for Serena. I mean, even the castmates were coming for her, saying, is that what you would want in a wife? A woman that acts like that?
It's exploring. And you aren't able to actually communicate with Serena because she's close-walling you. She's not even letting you get the chance. And if she's not gonna allow you to do that, bro, like the message is clear at this point, man. Is this how she's gonna react every single time? Is that what you are looking for?
Is that how you want your wife to behave when shit hits the fan?
There comes a certain point where you gotta be like, as a man, stand on fucking business and say, you know what, Serena? Like, if you're gonna act like this, okay, I'll let you be. Because I got a great girl right here next to me with Dea. Last thing I want you is to continue to go back to Serena.
Yeah, bro.
The way Serena's handled this conflict is insane.
Excuse me? And the funniest part is, Leah was crashing out the entire season. That's all she did was curse everybody out.
No, you're not fucking understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying to there, Liv, shut the fuck up. Dead serious. Like, you're about to piss me the fuck off. What is backstage mean to you? How about if you listen and stop being a bitch for 30 seconds, you'll understand it.
Oh, they're fighting.
But that's okay if Leah does it because she's more palatable, right? Oh, you didn't mean it like that? Or is that just your implicit bias? Because everybody likes to play dumb when they're called out. That's why a lot of people didn't like Kendall from Love Island, because he was so quick to come for Serena and say that she's hostile, she's angry, the angry black woman. Mind you, this man is half black, one, okay? Clearly doesn't date black women, clearly doesn't hang around black people, very much so whitewashed, and he's coming for this black woman like this when we see all of those women, Liv as well, Liv Walker on the show, crashing out. And this happens on countless seasons. Love Island UK, Love Island USA, Love Island Australia, Love Island South Africa, all the Love Islands. It's always the black woman. Whenever she gets upset, she's the problem. I mean, just look at this season of Love Island USA with Alandria, when she called Huda out for doing the most. Yeah, Huda, you were doing the most. And everybody was like, oh my God, especially the viewers. The viewers are always problematic. We'll get into them in just a second.
Y'all just a bunch of bad little kids. You know, I'm proud of you. Brownie point. I don't like this. I don't like this. Y'all deserve some real man.
Girl, you don't have to play that.
What do you mean?
I'm saying, like, we're not upset.
No, I'm just saying.
No, you've been supportive. I love that, but it's okay. Just have a nice little chat. Okay. Later.
That's fine.
Everyone's like, oh my God, Alandria, she's not a girl's girl, she's mean. Why is she treating Huda like that? And then Huda, of course, gets her white woman tears, and I don't care if she's Palestinian, guys. Like, still, there's a difference between being a black woman and being everybody else, and I always say that. I'm not a person of color, I'm a black woman, because we're always public enemy number one. Let's really clock that. But anyways, all of that energy y'all are giving towards Alandria, then Huda cries, and it's like, oh my God, Huda, so sad. And then Alandria feels the automatic need to comfort Huda. Okay. That Alandria really wanted to comfort Huda. I feel like if cameras weren't around, that situation would have been handled differently. However, given the fact that black women are so harshly critiqued in media with anything that we say or do, I think she just wanted to like put that on hush, because the first thing she said was, oh God, I was the first person in the villa to make somebody else cry. And with her being the darkest woman on Love Island, she's naturally gonna get those stereotypes. But then fast forward, not even like what, a week later, Huda is crashing out all over the frickin' villa.
My point is,
by all means, explore. Fuck you. He's a fucking bitch. I just sat there and listened to every fucking thing he was fucking saying. He wants to drop me to go with Iris.
Okay, come baby, come. Let's sit down.
No, you're a fucking bitch. He's over here playing victim. You're a pussy ass bitch. Shut up. Like, fuck you. No, I'm sitting here crying. You're defending me. I sat there listening to everything he was saying. I'm sitting here crying and he's going and having a great day. Now he's thinking about being with Iris. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You're a pussy ass bitch. I know. She's a bitch. He's a bitch. Liar. You're a fucking liar. Fuck you. Everything you said was a lie.
And all of a sudden, Huda's fans, they're silent. Oh, she has feelings. Oh, that's so relatable. Oh, you'd hate to see me coming when I'm dating a guy. Are you effing kidding me? Are y'all serious right now?
Have y'all seen the people like, what do you mean? Hood is just Middle Eastern. That's just how they are. My sister, she's, Middle Eastern. She's just Arab. She's Middle Eastern. But had it been Shelly or Alandria barely whispered to Huda and said, and the internet instantly, we have to get Alandria out. She's a mean girl. She's a mean girl. But now, because this girl is calling that man everything but a child of God, I have seen too much on the side of empathy for this lady.
The fact that you guys are so comfortable with coddling a woman when she was doing the absolute most, but then when Alandria just said, it's okay, I'm okay, you don't gotta do all that, because Huda didn't need to do all of that. It was giving very much pick me. It was giving very much, I'm better than y'all. It was giving very much, y'all need to go find a man because I got mine. Let's really clock it. So Alandria just said that, chill, didn't even raise her voice. Not her eye was rolled in sight. And y'all were coming for her, but then when Huda does it, let's coddle baby Huda? Are you crazy? And y'all mean to tell me that y'all don't have implicit bias? Come on, y'all probably think I'm being sassy right now. I am being sassy. But I guarantee you, if it was Leah doing it, you'd be like, oh my God, Leah, she's so real. She's so raw. Huda's so real. She's so raw. Like, it is absolutely disgraceful the way that they handle Black women on these shows. And I generally feel like Alandria and Shelly don't really give much to the show, but I think they do this because they are scared that they will get bullied by viewers, because it's not just the producers of Love Island that are racist, it's also a lot of the viewers. Thankfully, with Love Island USA becoming so successful last season, Cordell and Serena ended up winning, and there was a much bigger Black audience because they finally had a multitude of Black people on the show. But the viewers of Love Island are really racist too, typically. I mean, Black women routinely are put at the bottom of the list whenever it comes to the votes on Love Island. In the beginning of the season, when Alandria was a lot more outspoken, I would say, Alandria seemed to be the biggest personality, but every freaking week, who was at the top? Huda was at the top, then I believe Sierra, then it was Shelly, then it was Alandria. And everyone was like, why is it that Huda's always at the top when she has done nothing but been disrespectful and called men all types of and all these things? But it's because Huda's a little lighter, and Huda is more palatable to people due to the lightness of her skin, and they love the fact that she has more desirable features than the other cast members do. And most of the desirable features were manufactured by her because she got her entire body done, allegedly. And she got a nose job, which she said she got a nose job. I'm almost certain she said she got a nose job. But she's gotten stuff done. She got a lip filler in there, nose is done, she's gotten Botox, fillers, body allegedly done. All these things to look the way she does, but that's what's palatable to the majority of people. Whereas Alandria, who's naturally stacked, okay? That woman has a body for days, all right? All the women look phenomenal, but Alandria, now those are some genes from God, good Lord. But the natural Black woman to the public eye will never be on top of the manufactured white woman. So if you guys do not know, I am someone that absolutely loves to cook. But sometimes the way my schedule is set up, it feels nearly impossible. So I end up ordering out, though I'm trying to be in a caloric deficit and I also want to save some money. So I just need dinner to be easy, but also feel like I put some effort into it. That's where Every Plate has absolutely been saving me. Every Plate is a meal kit service that brings restaurant level recipes straight to your door. However, without that restaurant price tag. Plus, the recipes are super easy to follow, like 30 minutes or less and your food's done. And it's honestly cheaper than what I've been spending on groceries, because y'all know groceries have been sky high. So what are you waiting for? Dig into these flavor-packed meals that you and or your household will absolutely love. New customers can get meals for just $1.99 each. Go to everyplate.com/podcast and use my code Toni199 so you can get started. That's everyplate.com/podcast and use my code Toni199. And then continuing with racism and the viewers as well. When these women get off the show, okay, these Black women get off the show and say they won, say they were in the top 3, their counterparts that didn't win or their counterparts that left several episodes ago, they will get more job opportunities, more brand deals, more work trips, and more followers than the Black winner. I mean, literally look at Love Island USA season 6. Serena and Cordell were the winners of that season. Serena has 1 million less followers than Leah. And honestly, I think the only reason why they're even that close is because people spoke up, specifically Black women. Thank God we stood together. Because when they got off that show, I think Leah was at 1.5 million followers, whereas Serena and then Janae, another Black contestant on the show, they had like what, 300 or 400K. It was a stark difference, though to me, they were more likable on the show. Because if any of those girls acted the way Leah did, 24/7 like Leah did, they would not receive those same opportunities. And this is not for me to say I hate Leah. I don't hate Leah at all. Honestly, I was glad she spoke up for herself in a lot of those instances, but it's definitely very noticeable when you see these things. And I'm sure Leah probably could agree with this too. The viewers are terrible to the Black contestants, mocking them, dismissing them, saying they're doing too much or they feel like too much, just constantly making the Black woman feel less than. And I'm saying the Black woman and not the Black man because in a lot of instances, it's the Black woman that is pushed to the side because a lot of the times the Black man is fetishized, and he's fine with being fetishized, quite frankly. I think he fetishizes right on back. The men that are on these shows happily pick the white woman over the Black woman, even if the Black woman is a 10 and the white woman's a 5. They will happily pick the other woman. And I want to be clear, I am not degrading women. I'm just being honest when it comes to the same exact tired narrative that us as Black women see all the time. And it is very exhausting to see, especially as a Black woman, when you constantly see people that look like you not getting picked. On Love Island, it says that the most popular dynamic on the show when it comes to mixing races is Black man plus white or racially ambiguous / light-skinned woman. And that is all I have to say. So don't even try it. It's just the truth. Black men don't typically pick Black women on these shows, at least. Oh, and if they do get picked, they're disrespected. Let's take, for instance, Janae on season 6 of Love Island. And I'm mainly saying Love Island season 6 because that's the season I really watched. I never watched Love Island UK because I could not stomach the fact that they were so racist on the show. I tried watching it, but constantly seeing either no Black women or seeing the Black women always being overlooked, it sickened me and I couldn't watch it. I'm gonna try again. I'll try and watch it. I heard Love Island UK season 5 is like a hit. You gotta see it. You gotta watch it. It's the best season, the greatest season of all time. So I'll watch that one, but I know I'm gonna be annoyed. It just gets tiring. But Love Island season 6, when Janae got with this guy named Connor, who's also half Black. Like I said, Black men be leaving Black women for dead on these shows. It's embarrassing and it breaks my heart, but that's the case in a lot of these situations. And that's another reason why when people talk about mixed people being Black, mixed people are not Black, they're mixed. Y'all got mad when I said that one time, but it's the truth. But yes, Connor got with Janae, in my opinion, because he wanted to stay on the show, because right after he picked Janae, he went after Leah. And I don't want to go face card for face card, but let me just say, Janae's a beautiful lady, okay? She's gorgeous. So it was just interesting to see his lack of sincerity when it came to him picking Leah, and he did it so disrespectfully, not even caring about her feelings. Yeah, they just met, but it's all about being just a decent human being. It's not that difficult to do so. But yeah, he did that. Then we had Hakeem from last season come on the show. He's like, what's your type? He like, oh yeah, Leah's my type. I like him. What did he say? I think he said he likes what did Hakeem from Love Island say his type is? Wait, let me look this up. Okay, I can't find it, but I know for a fact he said Leah was his type, and then he says something along the lines of like he likes, oh my god, let me look it up. It's gonna irritate me. Okay, I can't find it, but he says something along the lines that he likes his women to be a little like exotic, basically not Black. But it's clear in his mannerisms and how he acts and how he talks that he doesn't like Black women, and I'm sure Black women don't like him back, but still, it's just evident. And yeah, Black women on the show are seen as scapegoats. Black women on the show are disrespected. It's just irritating to see time and time again. Now let's get to colorism on Love Island, because boy, do I have a bone to pick with y'all when it comes to colorism on Love Island, specifically on Love Island USA season 7. I have a lot to say, okay? We have so much to say. For one, lighter skin and mixed race women are casted more likely than darker skinned Black women or just Black women. Like, you look Black. You're a Black girl for sure. Like, you're all Black. And several male contestants across all of the franchises and all of the seasons clearly state that their preference is light skin or mixed race women or spicy Latina. Like, they say it time and time again, and it's honestly sickening. And a lot of times it's the Black men that be saying it too. And I'm just like, your mama's Black, your sister's Black, and this is what comes out of your mouth. Like, what did Black women do so wrongly to you that you just think that Black women are so disgusting and they're just not your choice? But anyways, that's the nice point. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little passionate here. But it's very, very clear when a lot of the times when the bombshells come in, the bombshells are very rarely Black women. Have y'all noticed that? And I guess that ties back to the racism of Love Island, because why is it that it's always Latina, mixed race, or white women that come in as bombshells? Are Black women not bombshell worthy? You know, clock me if I'm wrong, but I don't really remember seeing too many Black women come in as bombshells. And the Black women that do come in as bombshells, they're not picked as much as the white, Hispanic, and lighter skinned women are. A perfect reference from this is from Love Island USA season 7. So we have a lot of Afro-Latinas on this show, and it's really interesting. Like, Shelly is Afro-Latina apparently. I didn't even know that. We have, what's her name? Andrena. Oh, I'm saying it right. Andrena. We have Amaya, and then we have Sierra. And what's really interesting to me is that a lot of these men say, oh, I love Latina women. But it's like you like Latina women in a certain package. Because when Andrina came in, given she's bad, okay? She's a beautiful woman. I will give her that, okay? She's beautiful. Great looking woman. Love all the things. Love that for her. But when she came in versus when Amaya came in, though Amaya does have light eyes, don't just listen, hear me out. Y'all all go to speaking Spanish and, oh, spicy mommy and Dominicana and all these things. You start speaking Spanish, Pepe. You started speaking Spanish. But when Amaya came in, Amaya, who to me, I know people are like, well, she has lighter features, she has curly hair, she has the green eyes, but Amaya looks more black than Andrina does. Andrina looks more Latina to me. So to me, it's not about, oh, I like Latinas. It's about you like what the stereotypical Latina looks like, because there's different variations of Latina and Hispanic women. Like, they come in all different colors and shades because it's not a race. But Shelly, who's darker, and Amaya, who's a little bit darker or looks more black, isn't your pick, but Andrina is, because she fits more of that perfect picture of a Latina girl that you guys want. And I also realized that a lot of Hispanic women that come on the show, they lead with the fact that they're Hispanic. I mean, even Yulissa, for her very short time on the show, she led with the fact that she's Hispanic. It's like they always have to say like, oh, I'm a spicy mommy, all these things. And that's because they know that a lot of men fetishize them. And it's funny because I even have my best friend, she's Honduran, and she even clocked it while we were watching the show too. She was like, no, I hate when they do that, because she's from Miami, so she's around a lot of Hispanic people, mainly Cubans. And she says like a lot of them sometimes lead with the fact that they're Hispanic as like a flirting tactic. And that's because these men put them on this pedestal on a regular basis. So it is exhausting to see, like, once she comes in, now you start speaking Spanish and you're doing the most, but then you see an Afro-Latina, it's like, no, you're black, like, I'm just not as attracted to you. So don't say like Latin people, you just like the ones that represent the stereotype of like the spicy Latina mommy. Like, it's just so weird to see and watch. It's funny because my sister and I, we had like similar reactions when we were watching, and it's because we see this all the time, especially growing up in Jersey and New York, especially New York, the Bronx, Washington Heights. It's filled like Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and black women, but you would constantly see the blatant colorism in dating and in talking to people, and it would primarily come from the black men degrading the black women and saying like, this woman is better looking than you because she's Hispanic, or picking the Hispanic girl over the black girl. And I'm not going to say man or woman. Most time it's like preteen and teenagers that do this weird thing, but it's very clear when you grow up like that. I remember this one boy in my class literally would say to us as black students that the Latina women are more attractive than us, that he would never date a black girl. Mind you, his mom is black, sister's black, daddy's black. It's not about preference. It's because you hate yourself and you're a colorist in a lot of instances. But I will say that Love Island isn't just a dating show. It's a mirror of what the reality of dating in the real world is. And every time a dark-skinned woman gets picked last or doesn't get picked at all, it reflects a very obvious truth that the world is still colorist, and we still have a lot of work to do in order to better us as a society to erase colorism, because colorism is like the dumbest thing I can possibly think of. If you look good, you look good. Same with racism. I still think it's odd whenever the men on the show will say their type and they always say a race. Like, how is that your type? I would say, I guess my type are black men, but my type are fine men. Like, if a white man came up to me and he looks good, you look, you took, okay? If the Hispanic man comes up to me, you look, you took. Indian, Asian, I don't care. Like, you look, you took, you look, you took. You look good, I love it. Like, I never understood the whole preference of race thing. Like, I think it's absolutely sick. And the reason why I put black men on the pedestal, not even really the pedestal, because it's pretty much even level playing fields, okay? But the reason why I will always say black man first is because my daddy's a black man, okay, for one. And for two, I'm black and I love my blackness. But I always say, go where you're celebrated and selected, okay? Okay, wait, quick pause, because we have to talk about skincare really quick. So I'm sure y'all know I have been on my grown woman era lately, okay? And One Skin has been that girl in my lineup. I didn't realize how much my skin needed One Skin until I started using it on my skin. You see what I did there? I've been trying the OS1 Skin Topical, and when I say my skin has been flourishing, baby, it has been an absolute necessity in my skincare routine. I honestly expected it to be like just any other moisturizer out right now, but baby, this one is clearly backed by science. One Skin is the first and only skin longevity brand that is actually targeting what is called zombie cells. Zombie cells are basically cells that stop doing their job and start aging your skin faster. Their OS1 peptide is clinically proven to reduce wrinkles, boost hydration, and keep your skin looking younger for longer. It fits right into your skincare routine. Cleanse, pat, dry, and apply. So if you're ready to take your skincare routine up a level, try One Skin today and use my code Toni for 15% off your order. That's code Toni for 15% off your One Skin order. Your future face will absolutely thank you, so you're welcome in advance. Okay, now let's get into the harmful beauty standards when it comes to Love Island. Love Island is blow up doll island at this point, and it is across every single franchise. These women are stuffing their faces filled with filler and Botox, and it is almost uncanny. So many women that are coming on the show saying that they're 20 years old, but they look like they're 37 or 40. And I find it very interesting, okay? Because when people call this out, now obviously you can say this in a nice way, it can be something that is addressed, but people get upset and call it bullying. And I'm like, guys, this isn't bullying. I think this is honestly a PSA for other women to not go and stuff their faces at the ripe age of 18 years old. I think we genuinely need to start calling people out, because if I see one more overly filled face at 21 years old, I think I'm going to scream. It's not about judging. It's not about bullying. It's about teaching women to love the features that God blessed them with. This season of Love Island USA season 6, oh my God, there's filler everywhere. From Sierra's lips to, what's that other girl's name? Oh my God, Iris, to Iris's overly filled face, to Huda in her lips, to Sierra in her lips. Did I say Sierra already? I had to say it twice. To the new girl, Vanna, I think it is. Vanna, I think. Vanna, who is literally 21, guys. Vanna's 21. That is Vanna. I was appalled, okay? And I think what's really scary is the fact that she looks nothing like she does on social media. Does she look really filled up on social media? Yeah, but it looks smooth. And that's what makes it so scary, is the fact that filters and all of these features that we use on TikTok and on Instagram don't show the reality of what people look like in real life. And I honestly think that leads women to go ahead and getting more fillers in and getting more work done. I mean, Vanna looks like she got her entire body done at the ripe age of what? 21. Someone showed her yearbook photo, and within 2 years she had a whole new face. So she was still in school, and people are sitting up here like, guys, she's from Utah, like those are just the harsh beauty standards. Guys, no, that doesn't make it okay. The whole point is that we need to stop pushing and promoting these, and I think Love Island does a terrible job at doing so. I mean, Love Island UK last season, that was season 11, and everybody was talking about how old these women looked. It's not about age shaming and body shaming. No, it literally needs to be a PSA for y'all to stop touching your faces at such young ages. And quite frankly, the reason why so many women are getting all of this work done is because of social media and the fact that people look so different. Like Vanna, she could have fooled me. Her face looks so different in person. And it's crazy that filters online can literally morph you into a whole different human being. But I don't think that's okay to bully anybody. We shouldn't be bullying people. But the fillers on this season, oh my God. We have to stop. We have to slow down. And so many women, even the Black women, are known to get nose jobs to go on Love Island. They're getting BBLs, they're getting boob jobs, they're getting Botox. All of these women are getting all this work done because of the harmful beauty standards that are pushed on Love Island. I mean, the girls have to walk around in bikinis and little clothing every single day, and there's cameras literally everywhere. Like, you have to look perfect and possibly and potentially even starve yourself to go on the show. So these women are having to adhere to these harsh beauty standards. And then other women that are watching these women that look seemingly perfect, or some people kind of like the look of fillers, like they think it's a good look, and apparently the men do, because I'm like, do the men not see this? They're like, oh, like she's my type, like she looks good. I'm like, guys, can she even kiss? Her lips look like they're filled with cement. But apparently men like it. I don't know. So that just shows me that other people are kind of like into the look. So some people watching it, they're like waiting for their moment to go and get fillers and Botox. And when they go on Love Island, or they're hoping to go on Love Island, they're getting work done in order to match the harmful beauty standards that are pushed on this show, because the show only shows one archetype of a woman or man. God forbid they bring a plus size woman or man on the show. It ain't gonna happen. So it's very evident that they have very harsh beauty standards that people feel the need to uphold. And in doing so, they're damaging themselves, they're damaging their mental health, and they're damaging the mental health of others. But you guys, that is the end of today's video. I of course want to know what you guys think in the comments down below when it comes to the harmful beauty standards, racism, and colorism displayed on Love Island USA, Love Island UK, Love Island Australia, Love Island South Africa, and all the Love Island franchises in total. Let's get the discussion going on in the comments down below. Please be sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please be sure you're subscribed to my Decision podcast. That's available on all audio streaming platforms. That's linked down below too. And it's also on YouTube. And yeah, this show is also on all streaming platforms. So what are you doing? Watch me everywhere, okay? Let's get those numbers up. But you guys, I love and I appreciate the support so much. And I will see you all in my very next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment. Come get close like you own it. name. Read your aura, you want more of all this love, you'll be your name. Release all of your burdens.